This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. My name is Tim Daniel. I've been covering the Cincinnati Reds in podcast form for 5 seasons at former publications such as Late Night Reds and the Riverfront, and I am so excited to be talking to you about our Cincinnati Reds finally getting a 1-0 victory after having many 1-0 losses this year tonight against the Cleveland Guardians, specifically Andrew Abbott leading the way on a fantastic win for the Cincinnati Reds tonight. You absolutely will take that. We're going to get into that and more as well. And today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. On tonight's show, Andrew Abbott shoves. I don't know if there's a nice way to put it better than that. He did so much stuff. Outfield defense backs him up. Defense in general, but outfield defense specifically. We're talking about TJ Friedl making some nice catches, and obviously the catch that Jake Fraley made for Jose Ramirez. And Will Benson gets a hit and the run against the Guardians. We're going to dive a little bit into Will Benson's domination of his former team. And of course, I'm going to talk to you guys tonight because you guys are bringing the heat tonight. I know it. We're having some fun. The Reds have won 5 in a row. Let's get started.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Andrew Abbott, all-star. It's happening. Has to be. Cincinnati Reds finally won a game, 1-0, after losing multiple 1-0 games this year, after being shut out 9 times so far this year. Andrew Abbott makes sure the Reds are the ones on the right side of 1-0 for the first time this year. Carrie says right here, he's the first pitcher to go the distance against the Cleveland Guardians since Wade Miley and his no-hitter a couple years back. But tonight, I don't know how I can put into words how good he was, because complete game shutout, obviously. Only 3 hits, fantastic. Only 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, unbelievable. ERA's down to 187, and just from the jump tonight. And it was really impressive because in the second inning, Gabriel Arias gets that double. And you're like, oh, man, okay. So what's he going to do to get around this? Does it? And then when Jonathan Rodriguez gets his hit, that doesn't even bother him. And from there, I mean, Jose Ramirez doesn't get that hit till the 9th inning on the last strike. And the way that Carlos Santana's bat came off, I mean, that hit came off the bat was really scary. I did not like that whatsoever. But right now, I mean, it's hard to kind of be like, especially coming off that Brewers game where he really wasn't his best self. And he made 2 really bad pitches, and it cost him. Tonight, I don't know if he made a bad pitch. I don't know if he had a night that had a single play that really hurt him. He was fantastic. He was unbelievable. He's now at this point where, you're talking about, Steve and Jeff kind of talked about it earlier today, where you don't know what you're getting from Nick Lodolo day by day. You know what you're getting from Andrew Abbott. And, with the ins and outs of Hunter Green being in the order, you know that Andrew Abbott's going to be there and do his thing. 4-1 with a 1.44 ERA in his last 7 starts, counting tonight. That'll do. Last 15 games, well, obviously 11 starts in the year so far. 6-1 with a 1.87 ERA now. Unbelievable. He has solidified himself as a National League All-Star. There's no other way around it at this point. And I know yesterday I'm talking about TJ Friedl being an all-star. You got to think Elly De La Cruz is going to be an all-star. Having a team get 3 guys is probably really hard. But I think that the Reds for sure have 3 guys right now who certainly have a really good case. And Hunter Green, if he's healthy, also has a case. But I don't think that's going to happen at this point with how long he's probably going to be out for a while. And I think another thing we got to point out here that I want to make sure we give kudos to is shout out Tito. Previous managers, I don't think let Andrew Abbott go for the last out there. I think after Jose Ramirez gets that hit with 2 strikes, we see Andrew Abbott get pulled with previous regimes. Here, Tito's saying, like, look, if Carlos Santana hits a home run off you, you know what? You earned the right to try to get that last out, and it just didn't go your way. You still were great tonight. You were awesome, and you deserve this shot. And you absolutely take it. Well, Kerry, that was a different time. The Big Red Machine was the 70s. This is 2025. Unfortunately, not many teams have that many good players like their Big Red Machine had. But I do like the point that she makes here. I did see the Big Red Machine hat they're giving away in a game in a couple weeks. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, Joey Gadis says it here. Abbott has a calm coolness about him on the mound. He always seems composed and doesn't rattle easily. Seems like anytime he gets the ball, you know you're going to get a strong outing. And he's another guy who for a couple years battled injuries. This year, missed the start of the year. Has picked right up, has been excellent. I absolutely give some kudos there. I can't believe how good he's been. He's an all-star. We've said it before. And I absolutely have to give all the love in the world to seeing Tio Francona and Derek Johnson say, you know what, man, we're either going to win with you or lose with you, but either way, we trust you to figure it out and do the right thing. So how about Andrew Abbott tonight, guys? Let's give him kudos. We know it's his day, and I'm very stoked for that. But he wasn't alone. The Reds won this game, not just with pitching, but with some defense also, particularly some outfield defense. We're going to talk about that more here in just a moment. Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop managing your money and start building wealth. My wife loves Monarch Money for the sake that we can put both our accounts up there. She can see, Tim, I saw you bought another baseball cap from Fanatics. Did you need this one? And of course I say, yes, honey, I did. But she can see on Monarch Money that I've been saving up for it, and I've been doing right and making sure we're okay. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for 50% off your first year. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from over 400 plus top brands. You heard me right, 400 plus. You'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Do you need help with an order? Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trade Master program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com. Want to give a shout out to our everydayers who are here with me on the postcast. It's really cool that I'm really starting to see a community here on the show. If you're just checking me out for the first time, welcome. Please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube so you can not only get my show after every single Reds game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. If you can't check us out on YouTube, check us on your podcast app of choice. We're on all of them. And if we're not on one, tell Jeff. He'll find a way to get us there as well. So the Reds are victors tonight, 1-0. So when you score one run, it's pretty easy to say what the turning point of the game was, right?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
You can't, because even though it's Spencer Steer's run was the deciding factor score-wise, Jake Fraley's catch did all the right things. If Jake Fraley misses that ball when he flies out for a full-on, like, Jake, Superman's in a month. All right, we got 30 days till Superman comes out. And you're already advertising the movie for free, my guy. So we saw him lay out there in the 7th inning. Jose Ramirez there. If he misses that ball, Jose Ramirez might have a triple. Actually, I think I'd go as far as say he would have a triple. And that keeps him off the base path. Andrew Abbott gets through the inning. We all move on. I like this. Turning point was Andrew Abbott taking the mound. That's really good. Jake Fraley had the stretch to get that ball and was lifted off from there. Awesome. Yeah, Superman bit. Dave, love it. Very excited for Superman. Very, very excited. And McLain says, my beautiful Viking man can fly indeed. That's pretty funny. The outfield defense tonight. This was fantastic. So the Fraley catch is obviously the highlight of the night. This is where I miss baseball tonight so much. Do you remember Web Gems every night? It was just the thing to watch because you just saw insane plays like that every night. Jake is our Thor. I like that, Will. I like that. The Reds had 2 tonight. There's that one. And then the TJ Friedl catch too. And I think the 5th was fantastic as well. I mean, really kind of made a big play there. What you're seeing right now from this outfield defense has been really, and Will Benson, we can say we will about that Carlos Santana catch. Will Benson's a step slower. That ball's off the wall. We might have a 1-1 game. So outfield defense backing up their guy tonight was pretty awesome. You're starting to see the way that this team's defensive mindset has really kicked in. And we also have to talk about not just what the outfield defense did there with those amazing plays, but infield defense as well. Really good tonight. I mean, specifically in the 9th inning, you can see Abbott's kind of getting tired on the arm, and he walks Stephen Kwan. And Elly, Matt McLain, and Spencer Steer turn that double play like they have so many times this season and gets them out of there. I thought, man, I mean, what did we got defensively tonight from both the outfield, specifically the outfield, but the infield also backing up as well. And I also want to go ahead and say that I kind of have to give the Cleveland Guardians defense credit tonight too. They were really good defensively as well. I think Jake said it earlier. It's like, have you ever seen so much defense in one game from both teams? Hard to imagine. I mean, I have no issues that they sent Matt McLain there to try to score them to make it 2-0. Bo Naylor just made a hell of a tag. Absolutely hell of a tag. That was super impressive. And I know that David, come on, man. They got through it. They won the game. Like, we don't have to come in here and find a way to criticize the trash on Elly when the Reds are winning games. Yes, that was a bad throw. Did a hell of a job getting hunting the ball down. Let's all have some fun. Let's enjoy some Reds wins. That's what we got to see here. I thought tonight was great defensively. And, the Elly double play, Elly starts that double play. We can talk about the error. He also starts a double play that really kind of becomes one of the biggest deciding factors of the game. So absolutely take that for sure. And also a guy who seems to be the deciding factor of the game, as Will talks about it here, is Will Benson. And we're going to talk about what he has been doing against his former team. But first, of course, we got to get to the Locked On player of the game. You guys know who it is.
This is the Locked On player of the game.
It is for sure Andrew Abbott, because Scott says right here. I mean, Jimmy says right here. Sorry, Jimmy. Slake Ciccone was really good tonight too. Got to give him credit. He was awesome. Losing 1-0 sucks, but he was also, I mean, he was there neck and neck with Abbott for a while until he got taken out of the game. So Andrew Abbott having to not only keep Jose Ramirez from beating him, and then also matching Ciccone with everything he's doing. Absolutely awesome day. So what an awesome event. Will Benson scores the 1 run tonight. Will Benson, till tonight, I thought was 1,000% the winner of the most outstanding play, the Dave Burba Award, as I called it last night for the Ohio Cup. Andrew Abbott may have something to say about that after his 2 starts against the Guardians. We shall see. I still think Benson has the slight edge for how he played between the 2 games, but this was Abbott's putting his name in there as well. But tonight, Will Benson gets yet another hit against the Guardians, scores the 1 run in the game when Spencer Steer knocks him in. And on his career against the Cleveland Guardians, I did the math. Let me see if I can find my calculator app, guys, because I certainly cannot do this math myself. Career 364 hitter against his former team. career 364 hitter against the Guardians. Something about the Reds quarter outfielders when they play the Cleveland Guardians seems to just come through in full effect. So tonight, Will Benson has another huge game against his former team. Also in his time against the Guardians at 364 average. He also has a career 4 homers, 8 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases, and 4 walks. He's managed to do some things there. And the Tito Francona Cup. I think the only person who probably doesn't want the cup to be named that is probably Tito Francona. But I do like the name of it. Just another great situation for him, for Will Benson. Spencer Steer, that hit was huge. I know he's kind of had some ups and downs in results, but I think his approach of late has been really solid. And he's played really good first base. So now we have a day where the bullpen didn't have to do anything for the first time all year. So you have to think tomorrow everyone's going to be full go. The Cincinnati Reds are now winners of 5 straight. They're 5-0 this season against their interstate rival Cleveland Guardians. Did not think that was going to be the conversation we'd be having going into the final matchup against them for the season, but we will absolutely take it, and it's absolutely beautiful. And we can go ahead and say here the Cincinnati Reds are victorious tonight for their 5th straight win of the season of the win streak, and their 5th win of the year against the Cleveland Guardians. Cincinnati Reds have 1 run on 6 hits and 1 error. The Cleveland Guardians have 0 runs tonight on 3 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher is Andrew Abbott. He is now 6-1 with a 1.87 ERA. Your losing pitcher is Slade Ciccone. He is now 1-3 with a 4.26 ERA. And tomorrow the Red Legs go for not just the series sweep against the Guardians, but the season sweep against the Guardians. And Nick Lodolo takes the hill for the Red Legs. He is now 4-4 with a 3.21 ERA. And he'll be going against Logan T. Allen of the Guardians. He is 3-4 with a 4.42 on the season. That first pitch will be at 1:10, so I'll be here a little later in the afternoon. It's ready. The broom is ready to be broken out tomorrow, so we can have another fun night. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. What an awesome night to be a Reds fan. What an awesome night to have Andrew Abbott as the starting pitcher on your team. Be sure to check out Jeff and Steve, as I cannot wait to hear what they have to say about this game as well. I'm Tim Daniel. Everyone have a fantastic evening. I will see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.